Hi, I'm Brian McCornack, and I'm a professor here at Kansas State University in the Department of Entomology. I want to first thank the Teaching and Learning Center for highlighting me as a teacher. I'm very honored. Still actually quite puzzled on why that is, but that's okay. What I'm here to tell you about is kind of my approach to teaching, but maybe more importantly is why I chose to teach to begin with. True story. After my master's, somebody from my committee, asked me if I was interested in pursuing a PhD and work in academia, and I said no. Little did I know, I did not have my own aha moment until several years later, where I realized that I really enjoy academia. I enjoy the land grant mission. I enjoy working with students in that capacity. And here I am, 12 years later, working at K-State as a researcher primarily, but then also have an extension appointment and then a small formalized classroom appointment. But at the end of the day, when you look at my program, it's truly founded in teaching, so working with graduate students and the mentoring, but also classroom instruction, to also working with an extension, so working with growers, helping them understand maybe what resources are available to them and how they can apply that to making decisions. Collectively, all that is about, for me, helping people kind of find their aha moment. So why I do what I do is really founded on getting people to maybe see things in a different way that they hadn't seen before. One story that comes to mind is I had a teacher come through our Science Institute here a few years ago. I asked them at the beginning, your name, what your name is, and where you're from, and what you're most nervous about. And she replied, "What I'm most nervous about is what are we going to study for 3 weeks? It's soybean." So the Summer Soybean Science Institute is about getting teachers to kind of see beyond just the seed, how that can really connect to the state. And it's those rewarding moments. In this case, it was about 4 days later when I saw Joyce from the corner of my eye walking through some plots. I was part of a morning training session, and she was looking quite pensive at the soybean below her feet. And I had asked her, what's on your mind now? And she looked at me and said, "I had no idea my dad was such a scientist." So for people to make those types of connections, where she grew up on a farm, didn't see it more than just putting the seed in the ground, to there's a science behind it. There are people that are connected to helping make those decisions. Her dad is one of those people, maybe not necessarily a scientist as most of us would think of it, but making those types of decisions, understanding patterns. It's those types of curiosities and trainings that I bring into, or at least I try to bring into the classroom, because those aha moments is where we truly learn. And so just thinking about some of the other elements I try to bring to the classroom, consistency is one of those I've been really working towards. I think us as teachers, if we're not learning and modeling the learning and being okay to fail in front of our students, then it's really difficult for our students to see themselves learning, pushing themselves beyond the comfort zone to that point of new understanding of true learning. And so through that consistency, providing them an opportunity to be curious about the content that's in front of them, but then also knowing that through those moments through exploration, that comfort zone will be challenged, but we also can fall back on some resources within the classroom that allow more of a consistent environment for them to kind of test these things out. And so those are some of the basics, some of the things that come to mind as I think about teaching. But at the end of the day, it's those light bulbs that keep me inspired and keep me going and pushing within my own pedagogy to be a better teacher. I'm Brian McCornack, and I teach at K-State.